This video is for educational purposes only. It is not financial advice. Always do your own research or consult a certified financial advisor before investing. Most people who invest $500 a month are doing it wrong. Not because they picked the wrong fund, not because they started too late. Because they have never actually seen the number, the full number, the one that shows you, in real dollars, exactly what $500 a month becomes if you stay consistent, and stop making the one mistake that quietly costs the average investor over $200,000. What nobody shows you is the math that explains why two people can invest the same $500 a month in the same index fund for the same 30 years and end up with completely different outcomes. One retires with over $1 million, the other ends up with less than half that. Same fund, same amount, same time, one number separates them. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what that number is, how to calculate it for yourself, and the single most important decision you can make with $500 a month that most investors never make. Let me show you. First, let's get one thing straight. An index fund is not just an investment. It is a system. It is a single product that automatically owns a small piece of every company inside a specific index. The S&P 500 index fund gives you partial ownership in 500 of the largest companies in America: Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, all of them. Inside one purchase, you don't pick winners. You don't time the market. You don't pay a fund manager to guess wrong. You own the whole market, and the whole market, over every significant 20 and 30-year period in recorded history, it has gone up. Not hope, not prediction, historical math. Understanding what an index fund is, that's the easy part. Understanding what it does to $500 a month over time, that is where most people's understanding breaks down. And that breakdown is costing them hundreds of thousands of dollars. Two people, same age, 28, same salary, $65,000, same month, same decision, $500 a month into an S&P 500 index fund. Meet Sarah. Sarah is smart. She sets up automatic contributions. $500 every month, but Sarah watches the news. Every time the market drops, Sarah feels fear. She drops her contribution to $200 during rough patches. She pauses for 3 months when the market drops hard in year 6. She restarts at $300 just to play it safe. She gets back to $500, but only after the market has already recovered. After 30 years, Sarah has $612,000. That sounds like a lot. Now meet Marcus. Marcus is not smarter than Sarah. He does not check his account more than twice a year. Marcus does one thing differently. He never changes the number. Month 1, $500. Market drops 18%. $500. Recession hits. $500. Market crashed harder than it has in a decade. $500. Because Marcus understands one thing Sarah doesn't. He is not buying performance, he is buying shares. And when prices drop, $500 buys more shares. Drops are not disasters. For Marcus, drops are a discount. After 30 years, Marcus has $1,130,000. The difference is $518,000, not from earning more. Not from picking better stocks, from understanding one number and never letting fear touch it. Let me show you exactly where these numbers come from. Compound interest. The S&P 500's average annual return since 1957 is approximately 10.7%. We will use 10%, clean and conservative. Year 5, you've put in $30,000. Balance, $38,780. That extra $8,780, you didn't work for it. The market made it. Year 10, contributed $60,000. Balance, $102,000. That gap of $42,000. Compound interest waking up. Year 20, contributed $120,000. Balance, $380,000. You put in $120,000. The market handed you $260,000 on top. Year 30, contributed $180,000. Balance, $1,130,000. The market added $950,000 on top of what you contributed. Every single dollar generated $5.27 of additional wealth. That is the math nobody shows you, but we're not done. Because this is where the conversation gets honest. 2 things you need to know about this math. Number 1. The 10% is before inflation. Inflation runs about 3% a year. In today's purchasing power, your $1,130,000 is closer to $620,000. Still extraordinary from $500 a month. But I'd rather you know the real number. Number 2. These numbers assume one thing above all else. You do not stop. Not when the market crashes. Not when the news is terrifying. The math only works if time is maximized. And time only works if you stay in. Consistency is not a nice to have. Consistency is the strategy. Let me show you what fear actually costs in dollars. When Sarah paused for 3 months in year 6, she missed $1,500 in contributions and 3 months of market recovery. That 3-month pause cost her over $40,000 in compounded final wealth. Add up every adjustment, every pause, every moment fear moved the number. Sarah paid $518,000 to feel safer in the short term. The market did not take that money from her. Fear did. And fear is the only variable in this equation you have complete control over. Warren Buffett, arguably the greatest investor alive, has instructed that 90% of his wife's inheritance be put into a low-cost S&P 500 index fund. Not a hedge fund, not private equity, the same product available to anyone with $500 a month. The difference between wealthy investors and most people. 1. They start earlier. Starting at 22 instead of 32, same $500 a month results in over $800,000 more. 10 years of early compound interest is worth more than 20 years of late compound interest. 2. They never let the number shrink. They don't reduce contributions when markets fall. Most of them increase. A falling market is a sale on future wealth. Step 1. Capture free money first. If your employer offers a 401k match, contribute enough to get the full match. That's a guaranteed 50% return before your index fund even starts working. Step 2. Kill high-interest debt. Carrying debt at 19%, 21%, 24%. You cannot outinvest a guaranteed 21% loss. Pay off anything above 10% before maximizing investments. Step 3. Open the right account. For most people, 401k through work, or a Roth IRA. Roth IRA equals contribute after tax dollars, money grows tax-free, 0 tax on withdrawal. On $1,130,000 tax savings in a Roth can exceed $200,000. Step 4. Pick the fund, keep it simple. 3 things. Broad market exposure. Expense ratio below 0.10%. No sales loads. Step 5. Automate and disappear. Set automatic monthly transfers on payday, then close the app. Marcus didn't retire with $1,130,000 because he was heroically disciplined. He automated the decision and removed himself from the equation. Step 6. Grow the number with your income. Every raise, a portion goes to the index fund before lifestyle inflation eats it. Going from $500 to $750 at year 10 adds over $380,000 to your final balance. $500 a month is not a small amount pretending to do big things. $500 a month left alone, compounded, never adjusted by fear, is one of the most powerful financial instruments available to an ordinary person. The wealthy do not have access to different math. They just started earlier, stayed longer, and never let fear edit the number. You now know the number. You know what it does. You know what gets in the way. Pause. What month does your Marcus story start? I've built a compound interest calculator, your numbers, your timeline, your Marcus versus Sarah outcome. Linked in the description. If this changed how you think about $500 a month, hit like. Subscribe if you want the next one, because next week, we're looking at the one investing mistake that costs more than bad stock picks, bad timing, and high fees combined.